Well, hello. Welcome to Thought for the Week yet again. Good to talk to you, especially about the book of Acts. What a remarkable document it is. Luke wrote two wonderful documents that we include in the New Testament. First of all, his gospel account, the gospel according to Luke, and then this second volume, the good news according to the early church, I suppose you could say, because that's what these chapters are all about, the establishment of the church, and in particular, the life and ministry of the Apostle Paul. But before that, we read that when Stephen was stoned, terrible persecution broke out in the Jerusalem church, and people were scattered everywhere. All the Christians were driven out, apart from the apostles. But it wasn't a negative thing. Everywhere they went, they preached the gospel. Thousands were being saved. And verse 22 tells us, news of this reached the ears of the church at Jerusalem, and they sent Barnabas to Antioch. When he arrived and saw the evidence of the grace of God, he was glad, and he encouraged them all to cleave to the Lord with all their hearts. That's an interesting word we don't use too much these days, cleave. Well, I suppose we sometimes might use it if we were cutting up logs or something like that, you know? You'd pick up your axe and you give it a whirl around your head and slam it down into a piece of timber, and it would cleave it in two, wouldn't it? Well, that's one use of the word. But the other use is the precise opposite, not separating, but bringing together. A husband and wife are meant to cleave to one another. That's why in the marriage service, the bride is to leave her father's house and cleave to her husband. It's an interesting use of the word there, cleaving to, inseparable. That's the meaning of it. And so here, Barnabas is encouraging the Christians to remain true to the Lord. That's what the modern versions say, but the word is cleave. It's a very strong word. You could think of sticking like glue, something which you just can't rip apart. Super glue 100 times over. Just can't tear them apart. They cleave. And cleaving to the Lord is like that. It speaks of faithfulness, never falling away, never becoming unstuck, as it were, from the Lord. Now, once we're the Lord's, we can never, ever, ever be separated from him. He will always hold us fast, always. But through our attitudes and through our lackadaisical way of living, we can sometimes separate ourselves from him. Oh, no, don't misunderstand me. We can't fall away from him, but we can certainly live as if we're not his people, and therefore we can't count on having his revelation in our lives because we've chosen to go our own way, even though we're committed Christians. So the call of Barnabas to these disciples, as they were now becoming in Antioch and places like this, all around the Mediterranean area, was a call to wholehearted fellowship with the Lord, never wandering away from him, always cleaving to him, sticking close. That's the way to be blessed. There's no doubt about that. Well, may you be blessed this week, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye-bye for now.